You're tuned in to Donk Planet Live behind the scenes. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and be a part of the team. You hear me?
If you in a 7-1, boy, make that bitch run. If you in a 7-2, make it do what it do. If you in a 7-3, see it slide like a G. If you in a 7-4, boy.
What's good, folks? What's going on? It's a hot day down here in Miami, Florida, you hear me? But I gotta get that footage for y'all. It's a beautiful day to go out and chase your dreams, you hear me? But hey, man, today I'm logged on because we had to go back and check out on Parts House. As you all remember from that last video we did with Parts House, we discovered that he now owns Trick Daddy's old Donk. Remember the one that caught on fire? And as you all know, that car is legendary down here in Miami, you hear me? So we got to go back and find out. We had to go back and find out what's the update with that car. So today we down here at the Parts House trying to find out about Trick old car and see what the Parts House has been up to, you hear me? So let's get into it. What's good, Omar?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
How you, man?
I'm all right.
What you got going on today?
Just going over my Sunday with Trick's car. Little main things that I have to go over for the bill. I try to dedicate every Sunday to this car. Try to represent it correctly.
Yeah.
Basically, before it goes to Fresh Wells tomorrow.
It's going to Fresh Wells?
Yeah, Fresh Wells, my main guy. I wanted to make sure that I covered everything pertaining to it.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to replace like the whole firewall, get that ready and get that prepped and stuff like that, and change the suspension. Probably not in Fresh Wells, but I got to put all new suspension on here.
Yeah.
Because it's been under heat, and we're not really playing no games with this particular car. Of course, we got to do a whole new wire harness.
Yeah.
But we're probably gonna take it off the frame and create a custom drivetrain for the motor that's going in here.
Yeah.
Pretty big motor, so it's LS 8.1.
LS 8.1?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. But before we get into all that, right? Because I know mainly we're gonna be talking about this car because this car's so legendary. But before, there was a question I meant to ask you last time, but I didn't get a chance to ask you. It's related as far as parts goes, because I have a lot of people, or I hear a lot of people say that man, these dudes out here, man, they be waxing people for parts. And you feel me? Like, even me myself, I say that sometimes because I feel like some people are overcharging for parts. So what I wanted to know, and what the viewers want to know, is like, how does the prices work out for parts? Like, how do people charge for them? Like, why are they so high, or what have you?
Well, you have they're classic cars. As of this year, they became antique cars.
Okay.
So if you look at anything, especially in America, everything that's a classic or antique, no matter if it's a Donk, no matter if it's a Pinto, the rarity and the value of the product goes up. So in this particular case, along with the rarity and the price of the product going up because it's a classic or an antique, you also have supply and demand. That's like one of the building foundations of any type of business. You always have to assess the supply and demand. In this particular case, with parts, the parts are expensive. Without adding no extra to it, or whatever the case may be, you know that in most cases there's areas in the United States where the weather is much better than others, and a lot of these cars sometimes don't come from here. Then at the same time, you know, most of the cars here are bought up, or they're not available, or they're not accessible. So a lot of times the cars have to come from other places, which makes it even more expensive. Times have changed. You know, milk is not $1.99 no more. It's $4 a gallon.
Dang.
On sale, $3 something. Same thing like gas, whatever, whatnot. So the price of transportation goes up.
Yeah.
So when you have a car, I might be able to find a car on the other end of the United States in California for $2,500, $3,500, whatever the case may be. But I got to get it here where the demand is.
Yeah.
Or I have to get it to the parts house where the demand is for people who saying, can you find me this? Can you find me that? So when you have that type of chain of events going on, to be able to put it inside of a customer's hand, there has to be some type of assessment according to cost and retail costs.
Yeah.
The average car costs me about $2,500 to $3,500, but it costs me $1,400 to $1,700 to get it from Cali. And it all depends on what time of the year, which makes it about $4,800.
Yeah.
Now, we can always bust down a car that's in good condition. That's the key thing, because you don't want to buy $4,000 of junk, which is a risk, because you're buying it from somewhere else or from a source and you haven't physically seen it yourself. Anyway, once it gets to you, you have to evaluate. Something might be good, something might be bad that you oppose, or something might not be up to your standards.
Yeah.
Either way, you end up having to assess the value of it. By assessing the value of it creates cost. You have an average cost, and then you have a special cost, because some parts are going to be better than others. All of them are not going to be in the exact, precise condition. So you have guidelines, your average cost, your high cost, your low cost. I'm never want to be known for selling junk. I have stuff that's not all that great, but that's not something I promote. That's not something that I advise a customer to do. Matter of fact, at times, if a customer say that they want something that I feel like is not all that great, I try to defer them to something different. Okay. Or something else, or to be patient. Yeah. And let me get something that's better, because that's what I prefer to do. I also have a good relationship with a lot of the shops. Yeah. I know they don't want junk. I know they don't want something that they have to work on, you know, three extra shop hours, which could be anywhere to $150, $250 more dollars. So if I sell you a fender, yeah, I can sell you a fender for $100, $150. But once you take it to your body, man, they gonna charge you another $150, $250 to fix it. Why do I want to go through that? Why do you want to go through that? I don't want to go through it because it makes my product not look so great. Yeah. And then two, and it's easier for me to do that. It's really easy for me to do that, because now I don't even have to give that part or that piece no attention. Yeah. But I'd rather give you the better service. That's the reason why I clean my parts. That's the reason why when I ship everything out, I'm the last one to touch it, because of quality control. So outside of just getting a car and just being in, you know, my mama backyard, my backyard, whatever, and selling a part, because it sounds like it's a good cheap price, is not really what I'm trying to take my business and my brand. I really want to make a statement when I actually put something out, whether it's a part off a car, or whether it's refurbishing one of the original parts to the car. Yeah. So when it comes to value, and then I have to assess the value when it comes to services. I have to assess the value of what I'm capable of doing, what I do. It could be anything from the materials that I use, because I don't use cheap materials. I don't try to cover up things or hide anything. So, you know, all pieces don't always have that high price value to it, as far as when it comes, you know, exactly off the car. You know, I sell windshield wipers to the car. When I don't polish them, they're $80. I sell them for $80. When I do polish them, they're $180. Now you wonder, damn, a whole $100? Yeah, because the professional polishing shop, which is high-speed polishing, they charge me $80 for a set of windshield wipers. That's not bad, right? Well, who pays me for the shipping? Who pays me for the drop off to the professional shop? Who pays me for returning it? So technically, the only thing I get out of actually polishing the windshield wipers is $20. $20 to make it available for my customers to be able to purchase that, which saves them time, which also gets my evaluation of the part, because of course I'm not going to go put $80 into a part that's not good. Yeah. And then bring it back and then ship it to you only for you to be unhappy with it for whatever problem, and then it end up being shipped back to me, so on and so forth. That's wasting money, time, and energy into something. So that's kind of like what you can get, or what you do get when you shop at the parts house for a part. I actually have a level of quality control of how I deal with each and every part of the car, whether it be a bushing mount, a bolt, or it be the pinch wheel molding, you know, to a back deck. Yeah. Either way, I make sure that all the product has a level of quality and is all assessed by the value that I charge for it. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Getting back to the Trick Daddy car now, you was talking about something. You said you about to go what kind of motor in here? LS 8.1, which is a LS 502 block with a lot of horsepower.